Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. I am your boy BigAL Bets, joined as always by my co-host MattyBets. We're coming to you pretty late tonight. We're trying to get this video out for you guys. We're doing Saints at the Chiefs, Monday Night Football. No double header this week, which is nice. Matt, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. A little tired, like you said. It's a little late tonight, but we're definitely trying to get the video out, get you guys, give you guys some time to actually be able to watch the video, go make some bets, stuff like that. I know a lot of people bet from their phones or their computers, but I know there's also other people like, Big Al over here. You actually have to go to a casino because online gambling isn't legal yet for whatever reason. The law is passed in like every state, but, you got to get the sports books like approved or whatever through the state. So yeah, we'll just
Right,
try to
right,
get this video out to you. Like you said, Monday Night Football. We got Saints at Chiefs. Should be a pretty good game, I think. Saints haven't really gotten back to how they started the season. Scoring two 40-point games or 37 and
correct.
41, whatever it was. Um, they were really explosive to start the season. Then they kind of dialed it back a little bit. And then as far as the Chiefs go, everybody knows. I think at this point they are 4-0, but offense has struggled. Defense still looks good from like what it did last year. I think the defense is still the strong point of that team. But I mean, you can never count out Mahomes and the Chiefs. So it should be an interesting game. It should be a fun one to watch too.
Agreed. I am excited for it. So we'll just compare what the books. If you guys have watched long enough, I use DraftKings. Matt uses FanDuel for the most part. We always tell you guys shop around if you are able to in your state, find the best books and play all the books because you can get better lines, better odds, all the same things. But for DraftKings, they've got the game at plus 5.5 for the Saints, minus 5.5 for the Chiefs, and the over/under set at 43. I think Matt was telling me FanDuel's got it at 43.5 for the over/under. Is that
Yeah,
correct, Matt?
yeah. Spread's the same at 5.5, but over under set at 43.5 instead of 43. So if you're
Okay.
playing the under, you want to use my book, and then if you're playing the over, you want to use DraftKings. So just
Bada
get that
bing.
extra little half point, just kind of balance it out a little bit there. Like you want to get the
What's your
best odds you can.
Absolutely. Always want the best odds. We're trying to beat the book. You can't beat the book if you're playing bad odds.
Yep.
Um, what's your lean on this game, Matt?
Um, I really like the 5.5 from the Saints. It I like this game being closer than people think it will be, and especially closer than the books think it will be at 5.5. I like the Saints like 3 or 4 to lose by, because you can't really count out the Chiefs. I don't know if the Chiefs are going to get their first loss here or not. That's always the gamble here. When you have an undefeated team, you're like, okay, well, when are they going to lose? And then if they are going to lose, can I make money off of it? Like that's kind of like what we try to do here. So you have a 4-0 team going up against the Saints. And I believe they're 2-2, or are they 3-1?
I believe they're 2-2.
Okay, I believe that they lost their last two, won the first two. Um, but I don't know. It's like the Chiefs are hard to count out because of Mahomes, but
Yep.
I do like the Saints here to be able to cover 5.5. So I think I'm going to stick with the Saints at 5.5. And then I also kind of like, um, I kind of like the Saints to win this game, but we'll see. You're going to Arrowhead, so it's going to be a tough task for any team to be able to go into Arrowhead and win.
Sure.
And as far as the over under goes, I do like the over. I like it to be kind of a shootout. Maybe we get a little bit more vintage Mahomes. Maybe the Chiefs can put 30 on the Saints, and the Saints are at like 27. Or like a thirty twenty
Okay.
seven there, or 31-28, 31-27, something like that. But yeah, I'm playing
Okay.
over this week for sure.
Okay. I am actually I have the exact same two picks. I like the Saints plus the 5.5. I think the Chiefs will win this game, but they don't tend to blow people out, and so I think it'll be close. They kind of let people stick around. They play with their food. And then I also like the over. Fun fact for you: 3 of the 4 Saints games have gone over the number, and the Chiefs have 50-50 over this number on
Okay.
their 4 games. So the odds are, I like the odds here.
Yeah.
You're 5-3 over this number with if you combine both those teams. So the over feels right, and it's Monday night. These teams had an extra day to rest, so I think they can come in here, put on a show. For our head-to-head, what do you like, Matt?
See, this is tough. We have the same pick, so I don't know where you're gonna go. You like playing the over under a lot. I'm trying to like get the edge here, try to edge you out a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, knowing you, you might just play the odds here and just take the same pick that I have. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm gonna see that's tough. I think I'm just gonna stick with the over here. I like the over at 43.5. I think both teams we've seen be able to score at least 20. I like both teams to score 20. One gets a field goal. you know, yeah, I think the over 43.5 is very highly possible. So
Okay, so you're getting over 43 because we play the best number here, and then I am on the Saints plus the 5.5. I trust that
perfect.
number too much.
I did gauge it
You
right.
did
I
play
love
you
that.
you played
Love
that
that.
you okey doked that properly.
Just a little
Absolutely.
bit. Just a little bit. Hmm.
Absolutely. All right, guys, this is the part of the video where we jump to our 4-pick parlays. We do this for all the primetime games. So we jump in, we give you 4 prop bets to play. It's anywhere, the odds are normally anywhere from 500 to plus 2,000, and we throw those out to you guys as our 4 picks. We like to we think they're fun. We've hit 7 of them now.
Yeah, 7. You've hit 3,
7
and
of them.
you've hit
I've hit
4.
I've hit 4.
Okay, then we're at 6. I've still just hit 2.
Okay, we've hit 6 of them.
Hmm.
So anyway, Matt, why don't you give me your 4-pick parlay
All
for
right,
this
we're
game?
gonna go another little conservative one. Not as conservative as like the plus 600 that I've kind of had the past couple prime time to try to keep my streak alive, I guess. Um,
Sure.
Kind of even it out and catch you. Um,
Right.
but I like it a lot. It's not the biggest parlay I've made, but it's definitely one that I feel good about. First off, we're going Kamara, 5+ receptions, sitting at minus 132. I like Kamara. He's the receiving back that everybody likes and knows. I like Kamara for 5 catches. We got Xavier Worthy at 4 catches. That's at minus 106. And then we got Raheed Shaheed, 40+ yards. And then Xavier Worthy, anytime touchdown at plus 170. And total odds for that is plus 867. I really like the Shaheed play. First 2 and 3 weeks, he was kind of just like the deep ball guy. They didn't really throw to him like short passes. It was everything was deep, and that's why week 3 he just didn't have anything because he didn't catch any deep balls. So didn't have any catches, didn't have any yards. So that's something that was nice to see last week is how they used Shaheed. And Shaheed, I think he had like 8 targets and 6 catches or something like that. Like it was a lot more usage than he's been getting, which I do like him for the 40 yards, and that's just one big play for him too, because he still has that big play potential. And obviously, Worthy, I don't really need to talk about that much because he's the number one receiver over there now that Rashi Rice is out and hurt. So I like Worthy to kind of take that next step, and I mean he should go off in this game against the Saints, but we'll see. Saints defense isn't anything to sleep on. So
Absolutely. What's the odds on this puppy?
plus 867. So a little
Okay,
eight and a
okay.
half times your unit on that one.
I don't hate that one. Kamara's 5 catches. That's quite a bit, but we know he's capable of it. And then Worthy for 4 catches, like you said. I mean, he is a speedster. He's the guy that's going to get you behind the defenses or run the slants, and he's going to get open. So and Mahomes is capable of finding him. And if with Rice gone, I think Kelsey's going to take up a lot of the defense's time. So I actually like this one. I don't know about once again, I don't know about the touchdown, but he's so fast. Worthy is that if he burns the defense, he's wide open for a touchdown. Mahomes is rarely gonna miss him.
Yeah, he's not gonna like overthrow him or underthrow him if he's deep and wide open. Like that's just not who Mahomes is. If you're open, he throws it to you right on the money, and there you
Right,
go. Hmm.
right. I like it. All right, I'm gonna jump into mine. I've got Derek Carr for 2+ passing touchdowns. It was actually plus money. He's done it in most of his games. I think the last week he had none, and the week before that he threw for 1. But the first 3 he had 2+. So I guess the first 2.
Yeah.
Um, It's late. It's late, guys. And then I've got Patrick Mahomes to throw 1 interception. He's thrown 1 every single game, which is shocking when I saw that stat. And also, the Saints have taken away. I believe they've taken away the most. They're third most. The Packers were at the top with 8. There's another team that had 8, and then it was the Saints that had taken away the most. So they're a ball hawking defense. We know Matthews in the background, the Honey Badgers. So I like Mahomes to throw a pick. Then I have Kamara for 100+ rushing and receiving, and I have Travis Kelsey for 60+ receiving yards.
Okay.
And that one plus 1100.
Plus 1100 there. Nice. Look, like it normally is. These past couple weeks, at least, like the first couple weeks, we kind of went a little crazy with them. Uh,
Mm.
but the last couple weeks, that's kind of been like the narrative here. It's like I'm kind of going a little more conservative. You're going a little bit higher. Which I like. It gives the people watching, it gives you guys a little bit like two different sides of the coin kind of deal, where it's like I usually throw in a touchdown score, you normally don't. So that's kind of
Mm.
it's nice for you guys, I think, But and it's also nice for us too because we kind of get a glean. Oh, okay, you think he's going to throw two? Big Al, he's always coming with the stats. He always loves doing that. Likes to deep dive into it. I'm kind of more, hey, let's look on. Like I've watched all the games. Like I know from just recency bias where I know what's going on. But Big Al likes to go deep dive, really, get his hands dirty and get those stats for you guys. So. Um,
I'm in the dirt.
Yep, exactly. And I think that other team in the top three, I think one of those was the Vikings. I think the Vikings are probably number two for takeaways.
Probably.
hmm
Probably.
But uh, yeah, I like that four pick parlay too. I like the two. You were talking about 2 weeks ago. I think he only threw one, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the week that Kamara had three or four. So it makes sense that you're not going to throw a ton of touchdowns when your running back rushes three in and catches one in the backfield. So.
Right.
It's
Right.
hard to do when it's a one man show. But yeah, I do like him for two there too. And then yeah, you had Kelsey on there for your receiving yards.
Yeah, 60 plus.
Okay, seems a little high, but we saw him
Like,
do it last week, and without Rashi Rice, we saw his usage go up like a ton. So
yeah, and like I was telling you, I don't know if I said this on air or not, but like since since Rice has been gone, Kelsey's usage is going to go up. Rice was shadowing Kelsey, kind of being his apprentice, and was telling him what Mahomes likes on routes and stuff. And that's why Mahomes was looking Rice's way so much more this year. Like Rice is younger and faster and quicker, and defenses are still preoccupied with Kelsey, so he was learning how to get open. And now that that's gone, because Rice is hurt, now it's just back to the Kelsey show. So I think he's just going to go back to being 60, 70 yards, touchdowns, all that stuff.
okay, I like that take a lot. But
So,
like you're saying, hey, touchdowns and all that. We're gonna jump into our touchdown scores for the week. Touchdown scores I like. Touchdown scores you like. Normally you come with three. I come with four or five, depending if I have a reach of the week. This week I don't. I don't really see a reach pick. Like when I was looking at the odds and stuff like that, like it is kind of difficult to find somebody like 4 or 500. I thought about maybe Saints defense, kind of like what you were saying with
sure.
Mahomes throwing an interception. He just doesn't
Yeah,
normally throw pick sixes. So that was kind of tough for me. I like the Saints defense a lot, but I don't think that they're good enough to be able to get a pick six on Mahomes. He's
sure.
a little too safe for me. So, but I'll jump into mine. I got obviously Xavier Worthy. I threw him in the parlay at plus 170. Next we got Raheed Shaheed. I like him to have a big game. Plus 280. Chris Olave. He's the number one receiver on that team. I like him a lot at plus 220. And then Kareem Hunt for the Chiefs as well at plus 140. I like the
Okay.
Chiefs to keep it on the ground. We saw the backup. Who's the backup running back over there on the Chiefs?
Carson Steele.
Yeah, thank you. Carson Steele. We saw him last week. He kind of got benched a little bit because he fumbled. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't really play him at all. So I like Kareem Hunt to come in here. It'll be his backfield, run all over the place, and he should be able to find the end zone, whether it be a catch or a run in. So.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I like those. I like those. I've got three. I've got Travis Kelsey for the aforementioned reasons. He's actually plus money, so I don't hate that. I like Alvin Kamara. He's minus 110. I think he's the favorite to score a touchdown in this game. And then I like Shaheed at plus 230, which seems wild to me that he's that high. When like I know he's kind of been a little more boomer bust, but the first 2 weeks he had touchdowns, and then I think he hasn't had a touchdown since, so he feels due for me. So I like Shaheed, Kamara, and Kelsey for my
Nice.
touchdown scores.
If you're going to play Shaheed, you should play on FanDuel because FanDuel, like I said, is at plus 280 on Shaheed. So
Right,
you get an extra
right.
half unit there. So
That's why you guys should always shop around if you're
always
able to.
shop around.
If you're
Yeah, if
able
you
to.
can. And like if you're limited to one sports book, well then best of luck, and you got to play what the book gives you. But
Yeah,
mhm,
exactly. Exactly.
mhm.
All right, Matt, you got anything else to say to the fine people out there?
No, just keep up, the love and support and, the engagement too. We had a bet this last week that hit. We had somebody comment on it. Shout out to you. I actually should have written down the name. I forgot to. That's on me. Um, but, commented, let us know that, we won on that. I believe that was your parlay for the Sunday slate of games. So, good on you guys. Keep us accountable. And just keep letting us know how we're doing if you guys are liking the content. And yeah, thanks again. We appreciate every view matters for us, so we appreciate it. We're still a small channel, but we're growing, and we just want to keep it up, and it's not possible without you guys. So that's all I got.
Well said. Well said. All right. Well, guys, we're going to sign off. But as always, protect the bag, beat the book, and we will catch you guys in the next video.